The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outkast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com. Second day in a row, I did that nonsense. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is time for the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton, coming at you live here now. Once again, Facebook, YouTube, various channels on YouTube, the Tipton Sports Broadcasting Network, the Under the Hood podcast channel. We are on X. Tommy Cananza tuned in already saying, what's up, Tip? What's up, Tommy? Hope that you're having yourself a fantastic day. It sucks being in a world full of social media and things of that nature. I love it most of the time. But isn't it funny how, you could put up a post that's simply a joke and some people just take it the wrong way and want to get on their high horse and just all of a sudden get into some debate? It's wild to me. And then, you have to be nice to them because you're family or whatever. It's oh, God, that's what I've been dealing with since I woke up this morning. And I'm already not in a great mood because of the way the Spurs lost yesterday. Again, getting to the Spurs. My worry with that team the whole time has been, and you guys have probably heard me say this ad nauseum, I feel like they're young. They're a very young team. If there's going to be a way that this team winds up losing games and losing in the playoffs, it's because they're very young. Look at what happened to them yesterday. Right, and we'll break this down a little bit, little by little. But whenever you have a team in the Minnesota Timberwolves that winds up shooting, roughly 50% from the free throw line, you have to find a way to win those games. Most importantly, whenever it comes down to the end of the game, you have to find a way to give yourself more time, especially when you have a timeout. And I get it. You got Victor Wembanyama, human cheat code, all that other stuff. You want to risk it. You want to do all those things. Tommy saying, let's go Wolves. Huge Timberwolves guy is Tommy Carranza this series. Just this series. Not future series, just this series. huge Timberwolves guy. You have a team that's shooting 50% from free throws. Why not foul Julius Randle, who was also not shooting very well from the free throw line? Foul him, give yourself a little bit more time. You're only down by 2. Dr. Pepper saying hi. Tommy saying, look, it's just this series. Just this series. Hey, man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I understand why you would hate on my San Antonio Spurs being a Dallas Mavericks fan, so I'm with you on this one. And I'm assuming if the Spurs move on and they get the Lakers, you're going to be a Lakers guy, which would be woof. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder move on and so do the Spurs, you'll be an Oklahoma City Thunder guy because that rivalry between the Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs runs deep, very one-sided. But, I mean, it's just, it's not a thing to me. You all got your one championship. That's cute. That's fun. That was super condescending. I'm sorry, Tommy. I got to defend my squad. Today, especially after the way they lost yesterday. B. Strilla tunes in and says, good morning, Tip. What's up, Strilla? Hope you're having yourself a great day, sir. San Antonio Spurs lose yesterday. The Minnesota Timberwolves 104-102. Again, I got to dial back my stuff. I understand. If there is a game to lose on your home court, it's normally game 1. So I'm trying my best not to get super negative about what happened with this team. But I don't think that you can watch that game yesterday and say to yourself, Tommy said, we beat y'all plenty too. Dominated at times. LOL. Dominated. I want to look this one up. We're going to go Spurs versus Mavs, all-time series. I just got called a hoe. What's up, Camelo? Hope that you're having a great day. I know you said hi, but you called me a hoe, and I was like, hey, I haven't been called that in quite some time. Have I? Maybe. I mean, I don't know what people say about me behind my back. Maybe they do. The all-time series, the Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs have played 207 games. This doesn't seem right. No, that's not all-time. That's like a recent head-to-head. We're looking at all-time. I got you, Kamel. I got you. I know you meant to say hi. Strilla said, well, there's one win for the Wolves. LOL. It really was. Oh, man. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. Vion saying hi. Hello to you, Vion. Hope that you're having a great day. I don't think that everything I'm looking up right now, because I'm on StatMuse, it's not giving me the right thing right here. I feel like they've had to have played each other more than just this amount of time. I don't know what the hell my dog is chewing on over there. Again, looking up stuff. This is not how I thought it would wind up going. Oh, I guess it does go all the way back. Dang. Okay. The very first time that the Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs played each other was on October 11th, 1980. Since then, the Dallas Mavericks have won 87 games. The San Antonio Spurs have won 120 games. Woo. The San Antonio Spurs lead the all-time series 120-87. 120-87. I don't know why. I thought they played much more than that. They play a minimum 4 times a year. So I'm just like, it's not as close as I thought it would be, Tommy. That's the reason why I'm like, wow. I thought there for a while the Mavs were actually, competitive. But then I had to remember the 90s. Those 90s Mavs teams were not good at all. Kamel saying that he subbed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I appreciate everybody who does so. Not going to look at my phone because I know if I look at my phone, I'm going to get mad. I don't want to get mad during the show today. People just very ignorant in my family. And that's like, I got to be nice. At least I was told I got to be nice. I don't think I got to be nice anymore. Shrill saying they beat that ass 120 out of 207, though. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Spurs won 120 times versus 87. I'll take that. Tommy's saying since 2000, Tip, nobody cares about the 80s and 90s. Aren't you a Jordan fan? What are we talking about? No one cares about the 80s and 90s. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do real quick stuff here. In the year 2000, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. In the year 2001, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. So that's already 6-2. In 02, they split. In 04, wow. 03, 04. The Mavs won 3 out of 4. Look at that. Then in 04, 05, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. In 05, 06, they split. 06, 07, the Mavs won 3 out of 4. In 07, 08, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. 08, 09, they split. 09, 10, the Mavs won 3 out of 4. 10, 11, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. 11, 12, they split. 12, 13, the Spurs swept. 13, 14, the Spurs swept. 14, 15, they split. 15, 16, the Spurs swept. Tommy, this is not going well. This is not going well for you, my guy. Yeah. 15, 16, the Spurs swept. 16, 17, they split. 17, 18, the Spurs won 3 out of 4. 18, 19, the Spurs swept. 19, 20, the Mavs won 3 out of 4. 2021, the Mavs won 2 out of 3. In 21, 22, the Mavs swept. 22, 23, the Mavs won 3 out of 4. 23, 24, the Mavs swept. 24, 25, the Mavs won 3 out of 4. 25, 26, the Spurs swept. I mean, it's I wish I had like no maybe I can get something. Maybe I can get something. Maybe that'll give me something. We're typing in things here. Head-to-head total. In Western Conference semifinals. Oh no, that's not giving me that. I gotta look up more here. Gotta look up more. We're looking. Okay. According to Google AI. I don't know what you're looking at, Strilla, but I'll take your numbers right there. Since the start of the 2000-2001 NBA season, the Dallas Mavericks and San Antonio Spurs have played 207 regular season games, with the Spurs holding a 119-87 edge. Okay. I'm looking at another thing right here that says the Spurs are roughly 140 and 103 against the Mavericks all time. So I mean, I'm saying again, it doesn't matter what era you look at it. What era you look at. Unless you know what, Tommy, you're right. If we're looking at the last 5 years, Yes, yes, the Mavs have dominated the Spurs over the last 5 years. That is it. But the Spurs were also objectively really bad over the last 5 years. I think you and I could have gone out there and dominated the San Antonio Spurs over those points and times. That is good. I love that. I gotta like look up some more stuff here. I wonder what the like Spurs Rockets rivalry is like. Tommy's like, no. From 2020 till now, that's all we're looking at. 2020 till now, that's all we're looking at. The last 6 seasons, baby. The last 6 seasons. And yes, it was very, very dominant by the Mavs. But you also got to remember this season, the Spurs got back. They got their groove back. How the San Antonio Spurs got their groove back, and they swept this season. So we'll see how it goes. Like, it always ebbs and flows, man. It always ebbs and flows. So seeing the Spurs being able to dominate the Dallas Mavericks all time is what I love to see. I'm looking at like the night. They played each other so much in the 90s. And man, yeah, I understand why you do not want to bring up the 90s for the Mavs. Woof. 3 seasons in a row from 1991-92 to 1993-94. The Spurs won every matchup. They played 5 times. That means the Spurs won 15 games in a row. Tommy saying, let me rephrase this. Luka has dominated the Spurs. Let's bring that one up. You know what? You're right. He really has. He's got a 19-7 record against the Spurs, averaging 30 points a game almost 10 assists, almost 9 rebounds. Like that is good. Luka has dominated the Spurs. So you got me there. Luka has dominated the Spurs. I'm going to go over to StatMuse once again. Let's see. He was also on the Mavs during that really bad time that the Spurs had. With the Lakers, though, only 3-1 or 2-1 with the LA Lakers. But with the Mavs, Jesus, yeah. With the Mavs, he beat the brakes off the Spurs. Good for him. Good for Luka. Makes me happy. Makes me happy that somebody can have a winning record against one of the most amazing franchises in the history of franchises. Absolutely love it. Go Spurs, go. And I know, Tommy, like for me at least, basketball is better whenever the Mavs are doing really well. It makes me happy as well. But again, going back to yesterday's game, we went off a hardcore tangent right there. But going back to yesterday's game, you saw in real time what my fear is with the San Antonio Spurs, right? Like a very immature team. You've got a team on the ropes, not hitting their free throws, not having themselves a great game, giving you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to go in and win that game. Let's say you don't foul and everything plays out the way that it did previously, right? Julius Randle shoots a shot. He misses a shot. Wemby gets his 16th rebound. They start pushing the ball up the court. You had a timeout left. Instead, you scramble and you get a shot. Yes, it was an open shot. Not the guy in Julian Champagnie, and I like Julian Champagnie, but not the guy that you want taking that shot. Call timeout with 7 seconds left if you're the San Antonio Spurs. And find a way to draw up the right play. Find a way to make sure that you got something that's in your bag. You've got to play designed to get you some sort of points at the end of the game to either get it to overtime or win the game. They didn't need to do in the game the way that they wound up ending the game. You get the rebound. You have a timeout. You got 7 seconds left. That's more than enough time to have a side out of bounds play that gets you a better shot, that gets you something. And you can tell at the end of the game, they were so discombobulated that they had no clue what it was that they wanted to do. They didn't know what the play was going to do. Mitch Johnson, as the head coach, should have saw that and called the timeout. They were basically walking the ball up the court. They got the rebound with 7 seconds left, and by the time they crossed half court, had about 2.5 to 3 seconds left in the game, and then had to rush the shot. Champagnie runs, does a little step back, shoots the shot. He created his own space. It hits front rim, misses the shot. You had enough time there that you could have done something. That to me is what the issue is, right? That to me is where the egregious part of this comes into, is you had a timeout and you had a lot of time left. 7 seconds in the NBA, a lot of time. But you just didn't take advantage of that. And again, you could have tried your luck with the foul game there. The Timberwolves shot 57% from the free throw line. 57% from the free throw line. The Spurs weren't great closing out the game either on the free throw line. There were a few missed free throws there where I thought, man, they probably should have gotten a better make your free throws. That's always my thing. Make your free throws. But if you got a team that's struggling, why not put them on the line? Save yourself some time. Play the foul game. I know everybody hates it at the end of an NBA game. How can 30 seconds last 10 minutes? That's how you give yourself a shot to win. Allowing Minnesota to walk the ball up the court, take basically the full shot clock. You get the ball back with 7 seconds with a timeout, and you don't call that timeout. That to me is wild. I know a lot of people are going to say, Tip, you're being too harsh. You're overthinking it. You're doing this and that. That's what I got yesterday, right? You're overthinking it. That right there to me shows the amount of immaturity this team has. You have the timeout. You have to use the timeout. Get the right play. Get any play. So that way it gives you a shot. Save that time. You can create something. You don't need the 3. You could have gotten 2 and went to overtime. And anything happens in overtime. You had a bunch of dudes on the Timberwolves that were in foul trouble. Julius Randle had 5 fouls. McDaniel had 5 fouls. Bring them into overtime, force them to foul out. Now you've got yourself a different bit of a game. But it goes the way that the Minnesota Timberwolves wanted to go. Minnesota goes into San Antonio, wins game 1. I'm looking forward to game 2. This is really where I'm going to learn about the San Antonio Spurs. This is where we as a conglomerate are going to learn about the San Antonio Spurs. What are they going to give us that makes us as Spurs fans, those of us that are Spurs fans, those of us that are basketball fans, that really makes us decide that we want to continue riding with them, right? Like where we decide, look, this is going to be a good enough team to win a championship. And I just don't know if I see that with the Spurs right now. I just don't know that I see that. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. But you had your advantages yesterday. You should have gone off. Also, Wemby going super cold. You don't expect him to do that. San Antonio shot 28% from 3. You should expect them to do better. But you had that game within your hands. You have to win the games at home. Minnesota, to their credit, they go on the road. They beat San Antonio. They do what they're supposed to do. and they absolutely get themselves a boost of momentum going forward. You can't be upset at that. You cannot be upset at that if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves. You did what you thought you should be doing going forward. So good on them. I hope they're happy. I hope they're excited. I'm not. As a Spurs fan, I'm sad. I'm very sad. Wemby got a triple-double yesterday. Set an all-time NBA playoff record with 12 blocks, which is just absolutely insane. Again, you watch him and you're excited about it, but then you see that he only had 11 points. Only, right? 11 points, 15 rebounds, 12 blocks. Phenomenal game from Victor Wembanyama. The rebounds and blocks sounds like you got something from a video game. You just wish that you could have seen a little more from him. 3 more points, they win the game, right? Like that's always the way that I look at it. Just a bounce here, a bounce there, you win the game. Minnesota, to their credit, played a really good game. I don't think you can look at Minnesota, maybe the free throws, you could say get better at making your free throws, but all in all, that was a really good game from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shot damn near 40% from the three-point line to make up for all the missed free throws. They played a really damn good game. The Spurs did not, and yet somehow, some way, the Spurs lose by 2. There was a point where I thought the Spurs were about to get blown out. They were down by 9 with, I want to say, 4 minutes left, and it looked like it was about to get really, really bad for San Antonio. They were able to show a little bit of mental fortitude there, but ultimately, at the end of the day, they just didn't have enough. Again, as a Spurs fan, sad. I shouldn't be, right? Like, they still got some time to go in the playoffs. They could still come back and win this series. It's super early in the series. I wanted to see more. You have a team that's not fully healthy in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, they got Anthony Edwards back. And you were like, oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. You have an opportunity if you're the Spurs to put this team on their back, step on their throats. You have to take advantage of that. You can't just sit back and be like, oh, okay, well, we'll just let it be whatever it's going to be. You have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of the fact that the team did not shoot well from the free throw line. And the Spurs just did not do that. Wind up losing 102-104. Minnesota now leads the series. I am going to be looking to see when the next game is. I'm looking it up right now for my San Antonio Spurs. The next game is going to be Wednesday, tomorrow, 7 o'clock on ESPN. I do love that the NBA is back on Peacock or back with NBC. I don't know why. It reminds me of being a kid. I am so excited about the NBA being back on NBC. It makes me happy. Probably doesn't make a lot of other people out there happy, but I don't care. I'm all about my own feel good. Yesterday, my Spurs let me down a little bit. Another example of how you probably shouldn't get too high based off of a game or a series. San Antonio getting knocked back down to earth by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I want to see how both teams respond. Both teams are going to be exciting to watch. It was a very exciting game. Maybe too exciting for some people, but it was a very exciting game. I absolutely loved it. Yes, I came out on the short end of it, but I still loved every second of watching that game. Like I said, I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted to see more from San Antonio, and all they gave me was just the tip.
I just want to put the tip in.
It's time for
Just the Tip.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip. Just a tip.
Just the tip? Just the tip.
It's time for Just the Tip.
Just the Tip is brought to you by our friends over at www.myhappynuts.com. Guys, it's getting hot out there. You want to make sure that you're taken care of as best you possibly can be. And the only way you can do that is by making sure that you are fresh from your pits to your tip. www.myhappynuts.com has you covered. It's rocket science for where the sun don't shine, okay? The best sweat and odor protection you can possibly get. www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout. Save on all your male grooming needs. Stop being gross. Stop being grotesque. You got a woman or a man, I don't judge, whatever you got in your life, whoever you're trying to impress, the best way to impress them is by going over to www.myhappynuts.com, using promo code Mike Tipton, and being as fresh as you possibly can be. Don't be gross. Don't be smelling down there. Don't walk around with your boys sticking to your legs and you got to do that awkward walk. None of that. Tommy's saying, hombre, I'm driving down the street of a high school with the windows down. LMAO, my guy. You do it to yourself. I ain't judging, but you're doing it to yourself. I mean, the beat to the song absolutely slaps. You got to agree on that. Got another email about some stuff. My goodness. Tommy saying I'm scrambling to roll them up. Oh, man, if they're manual ones too, that's always a tough one. I assume it's not manual. God, I got to remember, like, what was the last car that I had that had like manual windows in it? And I want to say it was my Buick, like my 1973 Buick Century. And that was shit. Almost 30 years ago. I am old. It's hitting me like a ton of bricks, guys. Your boy is old. That's almost, right? Like we'll say 25 years. Make me feel better about my ever-increasing age number here. 25 years. But again, I'm blessed. I am blessed to be at the age that I am. Another game that happened yesterday, and one that I don't think really deserves a lot of attention because it was a one-sided ass whooping. The New York Knicks beat the brakes off the Philadelphia 76ers, 137-98. I was listening to sports talk radio yesterday, and all I kept hearing was, man, how are the Knicks going to be able to handle the Philadelphia 76ers? The Knicks were built to beat Boston. They're not built to beat the 76ers. And I'm starting to get like that little seed of doubt in my head where I'm like, man, maybe the Knicks aren't as good as I think they are. Maybe the Knicks can find a way to slightly be better. Maybe there's something that the Knicks can do. Maybe I saw something that the Knicks just don't have, because all of sports talk radio was telling me the Knicks weren't good enough. The Knicks aren't a great team. The Knicks aren't going to be a team that can dominate a series. And then I go and I see this game, and it's 137-98. 137-98. What the hell is sports talk radio doing? You know what I mean? Like, and I can't believe that I'm one of these idiots that fell for it, where it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, all the talking heads, they must know something that I don't know. They're really smart at this stuff. I'm just me. I'm not a smart man, but I do know what love is. And I had to sit back and think to myself, okay, if you say a team is built well enough to beat another team, the Boston Celtics, for example, right? You say the Knicks are good enough to beat the Boston Celtics, but the Celtics don't make it to that next round. I feel like the Knicks should also be good enough to beat the Philadelphia 76ers, which they did handily, I might add. Jalen Brunson, 35 points. Just, again, dominating. Dominating. We're going to bring up the box score here because, again, I know it was a lot. The 76ers, the entire starting lineup was in double figures. Jalen Brunson, 35 points. Mikal Bridges, 17 points. OG Anunoby, 18 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 17 points. 6 boards, 6 assists for Cat. What was going on where we decided we were going to doubt the New York Knicks for whatever reason? And again, like the seed was planted in my head where I kept thinking to myself, I guess maybe they're not that good. Right? Like that was me. I fell for it. I don't understand what was going on with it, but I fell for it. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. The New York Knicks weren't like they beat the hell out of the Atlanta Hawks the last game of the last game of that series. It's not like they struggled a lot. At least I didn't feel like they struggled a lot. But the Knicks go out there, they beat up on the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll see how Philly bounces back. New York doing their job, holding home court. Must be nice to win on your home court. I feel like I'm being super hypercritical of the San Antonio Spurs right now, too. I shouldn't be this critical of my team. I just didn't like the way they lost that game. It was not a good look for the San Antonio Spurs yesterday. Later on today, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the LA Lakers. Detroit and Cleveland should be a fun series. I'm expecting it to be a fun series. Should be a lot of fireworks in that one. I love Spider. Donovan Mitchell. Absolutely love it. I think that he's going to do a phenomenal job. I love the way these two teams match up. I like Jared Allen. I like Cade Cunningham. I think Strula's right. I need to see more out of Jalen Duren. If you're going to be a championship caliber team, you've got to get more out of your big guy. So I want to see what he's able to do. The other side of that coin, I am not expecting a fun or even competitive series for the LA Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm just not expecting it at all. And neither is Vegas. OKC is a 15.5-point favorite. A 15.5-point favorite. Do you know how bad the other team has to be in the eyes of Vegas to be a 15.5-point underdog? If I'm a betting man, I would say, put that money on the Lakers to cover because I don't think that they would get dominated that badly. I'll put my money on the Lakers to cover. Why not? But I don't think it's going to be a fun series. I don't think it's going to be a long series. Oklahoma City might wind up sweeping this series. I can't see the Lakers, even if they get Luka back, I can't see them being competitive in this series at all. Vegas, again, has them as a 15.5-point underdog. Detroit is a 3.5-point favorite. That's your normal spread. 15.5 points is insanity in the NBA playoffs. And if there's a team that can cover that big of a spread, it is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're a really damn good team for a reason. They're the defending champs with the defending MVP for a reason. They're a scary ass team. It's not me like, hating on the LA Lakers or anything like that. I think Oklahoma City is better than this current version of the LA Lakers. I don't think that's, controversial or anything like that. Oklahoma City is a really damn good basketball team. I mean, watching that one, that's going to be on Peacock. Both these games are on Peacock. That's awesome. The NBA Finals going to be on Peacock? I've got to look up that. Thursday, everything's on Prime Video. So same on Friday. I hate this. There's 4 different places that you can watch basketball during the playoffs. Man, just take me back to the days of TNT and ESPN. Sound like an old guy. It was last year. Take me back to the days of ESPN and TNT. I still like that I get inside the NBA. It's still a little weird to me that it's on ESPN, but it's okay. We persevere. We make our way through. We do our thing. Okay, enough basketball. I know I've bored a lot of you with all my basketball talk. My apologies, mea culpa. I was looking at news around the different sports leagues. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, we got Stanley Cup playoffs. We want to talk the Stanley Cup. My Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, my Vegas Golden Knights. I've been a fan since day one of that franchise, baby. How many of you fans can say that? Huh? Huh? Are you a Kraken fan? Are you a Mammoth fan? You wish you can be as good as the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights yesterday beat Anaheim 3-1. The Carolina Hurricane beat the Philadelphia Flyers. Fuck Philadelphia. 3-2. Especially after Philadelphia beat up on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Carolina now leading that series 2-0. Anybody want to talk Stanley Cup playoff with me? I did watch my Vegas Golden Knights. They were on the second TV. That shows you the type of lifestyle I live. Got 2 TVs. I could have watched it on a laptop, but instead, I got to have 2 TVs in my living room because I'm an ostentatious F word. Don't know if I can cut. I gotta get that through with Hoodie. I think I did let one F-bomb drop today. I'm not 100% sure, though. I did let one F-bomb drop, maybe. But I got to get it cleared with Jonathan Hood. Although he did tell me that he, I was about to say he told me that he wanted the full tip. That doesn't sound right. He wanted the whole tip experience. That doesn't sound right. He wanted me to be authentically tipped. And sometimes an F-bomb gets dropped here and there. I did see, though, a story that I thought was funny. We'll see who else thinks it's funny. An NFL quarterback making it to his 8th team in his career. The Green Bay Packers have signed Tyrod Taylor to be the backup of Jordan Love. I love these guys that just bounce around team to team, team to team, team to team. Tyrod's not a bad quarterback. I could see him, and he has, right? He's made a great career as a backup quarterback. Just keep it going, right? I want to see him. Who is it, Josh Johnson as well? Tommy's saying behave, Tip. I'm at McDonald's and my headphones are in my bag. I will be on my best behavior. That much I promise. I promise you that I won't go all the way. It'll just be just.
I just want to put the chip in.
Oh my goodness, I got muted. How did I get muted? I wasn't supposed to be muted there. I just wanted to see what would happen, Tommy. Oh, man. Oh, the amount of times that's happened to me. But yeah, Tyrod Taylor making it to his 8th team now in his NFL career. Who is it? Josh Johnson's been on 14 different teams in his NFL career. I want to say it's 17 total, but there's been some retreads there with Josh Johnson as well. I love it. I want to see these guys. How many teams has Jacoby Brissett been on? I want to see the journeyman backup quarterback because there's no better position to be in sports at all. Tommy said, I almost dropped my phone trying to lower the volume. that little whistle goes off, and I guarantee people just turn around what's going on over there? You see him just fumbling around with his phone, having a hard time, oh, God, no. He's like, I'd much rather be caught watching pornography than watching this. So I'm looking up right now. Players that have played on the most teams in the NFL. So far right now, according to Google AI, Josh Johnson, we already spoke about that, 14 different teams in his NFL career. Kicker Shane Graham has played with 10 teams. Tilly Voss, a defensive lineman, played for 10 teams in the 1920s, which with a name like Tilly, you've got to expect that. He played for the All-Americans, the Tigers, the Pros, the Independents, the Maroons, the Packers, the Panthers, the Giants, the Bears, and the Triangles. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic. I didn't realize Fitzmagic played for 9 teams. Josh McCown also playing for 9 teams. Another guy, Jim Kendrick, played in the 1920s for 9 different teams. Andre Roberts, a wide receiver, played for 9 different teams. Andre Roberts played for the Cardinals, the Commanders, Lions, Texans, Jets, Bills, Panthers, Chargers, Steelers. That's got to be a recent guy, right? "38 years old. Wow, yeah, played in the NFL for quite some time. Is he still active? He can't still be active. You bounce around to 9 different teams, you can't be active. Yeah, last played in 2022. A good job for him. Good job for Fitzmagic. So that means Tyrod Taylor's got to go to at least one more team. So he plays this season, finishes out this season with the Packers. If I'm the Cowboys, I need a backup quarterback. Why not go get Tyrod? Maybe he gets traded in the middle of the season, right? You wind up getting, playing for almost every team. Joe Flacco's been on what, 4 teams? I know it's more common in the NBA for guys to bounce around like team to team to team to team to team. But like seeing that amount of guys, and then of course, the legendary Tilly Voss, who played in 1920. We're going to look up Tilly Voss now. I spelled Tilly wrong. Didn't realize it. Tommy's saying, we got Hal. What are you talking about, LO? I'm just saying, you don't know how much longer you're going to hold on to Hal. It's a 1-year deal. You might need another backup quarterback. Why not go out there and take a flyer on our guy, Tyrod Taylor? You telling me you wouldn't want no Tyrod Taylor? Tilly Voss, born in 1897, Detroit, Michigan. Look at that. That's your guy, Strilla. I'm trying to see if we have any stats for Tilly Voss. He apparently was not just a defensive lineman. He was also a kicker. Made 2 extra points for Detroit, playing 7 games for Detroit, then 4 games for Buffalo. I guess he was traded mid-season. Made 1 extra point for Green Bay, I think. Yeah. Or no, Toledo is what that was. Look at him. Obviously, this is well before stats, so I don't think they'll have any sacks or tackles or anything like that for him. But, I mean, he played 95 games in the NFL. Which is interesting. Oh, that would be adjusted for a 17-game season. Is that he would play 16 out of the 17 games if he had played today. Look at that. Not only do we lead you in ASMR and in just the tip segues for sports media, we also lead all of sports media ever discussing Tilly Voss. I feel like we just set a record here, guys. That might be the most times Tilly Voss has ever been mentioned in sports media history. I'm glad to have made that history with you guys. Tommy, I'm glad you were here. Glad this happened on the Under the Hood Network as well. I got to come up with an acceptance speech. I'd like to thank Tilly, who was born in 1897, for being absolutely amazing, bouncing around team to team in the 1920s, getting paid $2 an hour, playing against plumbers and firemen and all that other stuff. I saw a video. Earlier today, I saw a video. And it was a guy, and like, he's a basketball historian. I want to find a way to get him on the show because you guys know me. I love me some basketball. So I was wanting to find a way to get this guy on the show, but I'm watching one of his videos on TikTok, and he was like, it's crazy to think that people don't believe that basketball players from like the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s had any type of athletic ability. That all of a sudden in 1980, everyone was like, oh my goodness, I can dribble the ball behind my back. I can go between my legs. I can adjust my shot in midair. What is this, witchcraft? And I just love like the basketball historian aspect of it all. I wonder who's bounced around now. Now that I'm in this rabbit hole. Who played on the most teams in NBA history? Really? I used to, oh man, it's Ish Smith. I don't know why, but there was a run there where Ish Smith was on the Pistons, and I thought Ish Smith was going to be really good. I did not realize that during his 14-year NBA career, Ish Smith played for 13 teams. 13 teams in 14 years. Tommy saying, believe in Howell. He's Dak Prescott, LOL. Going back to the conversation we've had before in the past, saying that Dak Prescott is the same guy as Joe Burrow. So now you're saying Sam Howell is the same as Dak Prescott. I got you. Hey, I'm with you on that. They could be the same guy. Spider-Man meme. You never know. A lot of dudes could have a lot of talent. They just never get out on the field to show it, right? No one would have known Tom Brady if it wasn't for the fact that Drew Bledsoe got blown up. So there you go. Maybe all that needs to happen is a catastrophic injury that ends Dak Prescott's career, and we can see that Sam Howell is indeed that guy. And the same thing with Dak. Dak wouldn't have gotten that start his rookie year if Romo hadn't gotten hurt. Them's the breaks. You need something to break on the guy ahead of you in order for you to get in. The previous record is Chucky Brown, Jim Jackson, Tony Massenberg, and Joe Smith all playing on 12 different teams. I love anytime I get to have a Tony Massenberg reference. That's always fun to me. Jim Jackson, Joe Smith. Active players following Ish Smith's retirement are Garrett Temple, who has played on 12 teams. He's one behind Ish Smith's record. And Jeff Green, who has played on 11 teams. During his career, Ish Smith was traded 7 times, always around the trade deadline. Initial reports suggest that Ish Smith played on 16 NBA teams. However, the official NBA record recognized by league data is 13. 13 teams for our guy Ish Smith. I don't know why. I love that. I don't know why. I'm an idiot. I love stuff like that. Howell and Prescott being the same guy. Dak Prescott is the same guy as Joe Burrow. I will die on this hill. I don't care how many deaths I have to have. I will die on this hill. Anyway. What a way to limp to the end of the show, guys. I'm sorry. As always, everybody, I want to thank you so much for tuning into today's show. Remember, we will not have a show tomorrow. No tipping point tomorrow because I've got a day game. Tonight, we have a night game followed by a day game tomorrow, which is always the toughest turnaround for us. that day game first pitch is going to be at 11:05 instead of the normal 12:05. So it moves everything up by an hour, which means I got to be at work an hour earlier than what I normally am on a normal day game. Those are the next two day games here for the El Paso Chihuahuas on a Wednesday day game. The Sunday day games exactly the same. First pitch at 12:05, but it's those Wednesday day games in May that have moved up in time. That's always a tough turnaround for us, man. Especially on Saturday following fireworks, because you got to stay a little bit afterwards. We got to go down to the field, pick up all the fireworks, debris, and trash and all that stuff just to turn around and come back. But you know what? That's a life of sports. Life of being a front office executive. Who made that decision? That was a horrible decision to hire me in the front office of a sports franchise. Tommy's saying that Jaden Daniels, JD5, is RG3 2.0. I can see that. Man. The way his arm bent last year, that was gross. Now you've got to rush him back. That's exactly what they did with RG3, but it was with the knee. Oh, man. Every time I'm used to seeing leg injuries. It's whenever I see the arm injuries that kind of gross me out. I don't know why. I got that taste in my mouth of this is gross. That's what I got. Anyways, guys, once again, like I said, got nothing but love and appreciation for you all. We will see you tomorrow, or not tomorrow. We will see you on Thursday because there is no show tomorrow. Got to say it again because I just messed it up. No show on Wednesday because of the day game with the El Paso Chihuahuas. Call in, take that day off, go get hammered-ass drunk, make me sad that I'm not out there getting hammered-ass drunk with you, and hopefully we'll see you then. Y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you on Thursday.